What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be drawing the US map. So let me show you the map that I have here. Okay. So we're going to start and break it up by region. So we'll start with the West, Midwest, and then we'll move over to the East, Southeast and Northeast. So I want to break it up by section because that way we can fit in the puzzle pieces of the states as accurate as possible. And a couple things to keep in mind is one, it won't be 100% accurate, like as far as the size of each state, because I'm going to be freehanding it, but it should be location-wise and placement-wise pretty accurate. And then we're going to make sure we keep our paper. If you have a larger paper, I'm using a 11 by 8, I think. What is this one here? 11 by 8.5. But if you have an 8.5 by 11, that's fine. Just make sure you have it in a horizontal placement, or as they call a landscape. Don't have it vertical. Keep it like this, horizontal. Okay. And then make sure we're going to start all the way close as you can to the edge, so we have enough room to fit the whole country on the paper. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start with up north, Pacific Northwest in Washington, and then we're going to work our way down to California and then Arizona and whatnot. So let's first start with the very edge. Just follow my line here. I'm going to make it kind of small. Hopefully you can see it. And don't worry about the lines being exact the way I'm doing it. Just do it the best you can. And this is just the outer edge of Washington State. And this is the bottom of Washington State. It's kind of bumpy. Kind of goes in and out. And then it kind of straightens out. Now, this is the edge of it, the outer edge, and now inside it kind of breaks in where the water is, like that. And then we'll make another squiggly line and little point here. And this is the top of Washington State here, like that. And then we'll go ahead and close it off. Let's just close it off right now. There we go. I'm going to do it state by state because I think that's the best way to get it kind of to fit together properly. Okay, then we're going to do Oregon. And right, Oregon has a little split right here. A little split right there. We're just starting Oregon now. And then make some wiggly lines. And then little pop out, and that's it. That's Oregon, and Oregon will come out to the distance of Washington State, but it's gonna at the very top, it's gonna come out a little bit and come back in, and then you can just close that line out. Okay, so we got Washington and we got Oregon. We'll label that in a minute. Let's do the top half actually. Let's do Idaho next. So make a little line here, come down, and then it kind of slants, and then bumps out. Okay, and then it comes back in, like that. There's a little point here, and then it's going to come down, and then level off a little bit and make it a little bit bumpy. And then we're going to make the bottom of Idaho here, just like that. Okay, then we have Montana right here, so let's do that. Okay, so this area is going to be Montana. Just go ahead and make a line coming down, not all the way, probably to about there, because we're going to make another square here for Wyoming. So I didn't bring it all the way. I brought it to where it kind of comes out. I brought this line here. So let's do Wyoming. Make a line here. There we go. And then come down. Come down, down, down. A little bit past where Idaho was, right here. And then we can bring it back and we can close it off. So this is Wyoming that we just did. And again, we'll label it in a minute. Let me just keep going because we're kind of rolling along here, so I don't want to stop the our momentum. Okay, and then we're going to make another line here. Actually, we're going to leave that because now we're going away from the west. We're going kind of to the Midwest, so let's leave that. Let's continue with the west. Let's do California. Okay, so let's go back and continue the west. I don't want to move to the Midwest just yet. Make a little line coming out, bump coming out. This is California that we're starting now. Okay, and come out a little bit. Just follow my lines. It doesn't have to be exact, but just some ins and outs that are happening here. Now this is going to come in a little bit because there's a little opening for where the ocean kind of meets the land. So that's a little pathway for the ocean, I guess. Okay, so just look at the shape that I did because I don't want to go too far yet because I know there's a lot of bumps and curves. But let's go ahead and make the other side of California now. Nevada is going to be kind of coming in a little bit under, so this is Oregon. So California is going to go not all the way, about halfway. About halfway. Okay. And then it kind of has a little point coming out. And then comes down a little bit here. You can use a ruler if you like. Okay, that line's a little bit too long, so let me shorten it. Okay. And then it's going to angle. Okay. It's going to angle like this. Just like that. So before I do that, before I continue in California, let me put Nevada in there because I want to make sure that we fit it in there properly. So Nevada is going to come about midway between Idaho here. So let's make a line coming down. And it goes all the way down. So this is about the end of California here. So I made a little line coming down. Okay, so we'll continue that, but you can make a little ending for California. And then Nevada kind of comes all the way here, then it has a point going in. Kind of like a little arch going back in, and a little curve, and then you can touch it there. So that's going to be Nevada. And then Utah is coming close to the bottom here. Make a line. This is going to be Utah. Okay, and about there. Okay, and then we got Colorado. Make a line coming out. I should make it a little bit shorter. Let me make it a little bit shorter. It seems a little bit long. So I'm going to shorten this a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make it about there for Utah, and then Colorado. So, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I fit everything in the right right place. And Then we got Arizona and New Mexico. So let's finish California, then we can put in Arizona and New Mexico. Okay, and then come out a little bit, and then we're gonna make this flat at the bottom. And let's continue here, where we go back to where we were here. Gonna come in a little bit, and then make a little bit of bumps, or squiggly, and bring it out. Okay, and then back in, squiggly, a little out, squiggly, and then a little out, like that. Okay, so that's California. Okay, we got plenty of space down here, which is good, because we're going to need it to put Texas and Alaska and all that down here to show Alaska. Okay, so let's do Arizona now. Let's go ahead and make a line here. And it's going to come down a little bit below California. Make a straight line. And then make a slant, and it's going to touch. Actually, make a little line coming out right at the edge. Okay, and then we're going to make a slant like that. Oops, and it's not touching, so let me make sure that these meet. Okay, there we go. Now make a straight line. Bring this down. And Arizona got a little bit long too, so I think my line, actually it's fine, we're going to leave it. It's a little bit long. It should be a little bit thicker, but it's okay. I want to make sure I fit the whole map in here. Now we got New Mexico. So let's do New Mexico. Let's put a little line, little step up, another line coming out, another step up, another line coming out, and actually Colorado is a little bit too short, so this is difficult, but we'll get it done. Okay, so let's bring it up here. And let's bring Colorado out a little bit now. We're going to fix Colorado right now, because Colorado is actually coming out further beyond New Mexico. So I just brought that out here. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Before we do Texas, let me just draw North Dakota. So this line here. Okay, let's go ahead and do North Dakota. Make a little wiggly line. Wiggly, wiggly. Wiggly, wiggly. And it's going to come close to the end of Montana, but not all the way. So make a line there. And then underneath that is going to be South Dakota. So make a line coming down. And kind of come in, because Nebraska is going to be right here, so leave some space for Nebraska. Make a line kind of a little bit upper part of Wyoming, that's the bottom of South Dakota, and then dip down, back up, down, okay, and this is Nebraska here. And then we got Kansas. Okay. And then we got Oklahoma. And then Texas is going to go here. So let's go ahead and put Texas in there. So right here, let's take a step down. Make a line coming out. Then coming down. And then just follow my squiggly lines here. Okay. And then bump out a little bit. Come back in. we should have that right now. One side of Texas. And we're going to keep coming down, up, keep making squiggly lines, bring it in, out, in again, okay, curve it, and then bring it out, okay, make some squiggly lines here, squiggly, squiggly, down again, and then we're going to bring it up and just meet right there. It's not exact, but I think it's close enough. I see a little bit of another piece of land here, right next to Texas. Okay, and another piece of land here. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we got. I think we got enough room to do this, so let's go ahead and label this now. What we have so far. Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah. Let's put some light here. Okay. Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, which is Kansas. My Kansas came a little bit small, but it is what it is now. Okay, this is Oklahoma. Texas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Okay, making some progress. So let's continue here. And we got Minnesota, so make a line coming, dip down, wiggly wiggly, come up. Okay, and then it kind of has a little point and comes back in. Okay, so this is Minnesota, goes all the way. And it keeps going past South Dakota, curve, 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 and all the way. Oh, no, not past South Dakota. To South Dakota. Sorry, let me erase that. Okay, I'm just going to erase this side here. Okay, so let's do it again. So bump out. Okay. And then come a little bit out here, and it's going to come right here. It's going to end right there. Okay, so that's Minnesota. And then we got Iowa, and it kind of goes out like this and then comes back in. And Iowa is going to take you close to the end of Nebraska. So there's a little bit of gap there. Okay. And then we got Missouri. So just follow my lines. Kind of bumps out. Little bump comes out. Now this one goes a little bit past Kansas. Missouri does. A little bump. Down. And this is where it ends, right underneath Kansas and right above Oklahoma. So we got 1, 2, 3 in the Midwest, and then we got Arkansas. So bump, 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 and then slant in, and then come out, and this is going to end right here, right in where Texas, top of Texas. And then we got Louisiana. Slant in, and come out straight. And then right here is the bottom of Louisiana. So just watch what I do here. It just has a bunch of wild shapes for Louisiana. I can't really explain the shape, so just try to follow along best you can. Okay, and then we'll bring this out here. Okay, let me show you that here. So this is, let's label it so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is Louisiana. Okay, Louisiana. Arkansas. It's supposed to be an M. Hold on. Okay. Missouri. Okay. Iowa. And then Minnesota. Okay, let's go back to the top here. So Minnesota, then we got Wisconsin. So right about here. Okay, we're going to start Wisconsin. Okay. Okay. And then Illinois. Bring it down and then curve in. And it's going to stop right about there. There's a lot of little states here, so this is going to be a little bit tricky. So just hang with me here. I don't know what this landmass is here, but there is something here. I don't know if it's part of Wisconsin, but there's no label on this map. So let's just, oh no, I think this is part of Michigan. Because it's green on the map, and so is Michigan, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. Yeah, this is part of Michigan. I was talking about this one here. So it looks like it's connected. Okay. And let's see here. So let's do that. Let's draw Michigan here. So right where this past this line here Wisconsin, Illinois. Make a little curve coming up, and this is going to be, I'm going to be drawing Michigan. Just have it touch this point here. This is a very tiring map. I didn't know it would be so much work, but we're almost there. Okay. Let me draw Indiana first. Make another line right where this curve is. Make another line about there. Let's bring this down to about there. Curve it in. Okay, and then up. And then make a wiggly line and just end right above the end of Illinois here. And then right here is Idaho, so I'm gonna have to cut this off a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna have to change this area. Sorry, guys. So Michigan, we're gonna erase just this this side here, just that side right now. Leave the other side is okay, and then we're gonna put Idaho in there. Okay. Let's close that off. Wiggly line. Okay. And then let's fix Michigan here. So right here, right where this touches. Okay, like that. Back up. Okay, a little bit in. And then just bring it in like that. Okay, that's good. I just wanted to line it up a little bit. So let's label what we're doing here, because now it's starting to get a little bit tricky. Wisconsin. Illinois. Indiana. Ohio. Michigan. Let me fix that O there. Okay. Okay. Now let's do right here, Missouri and Arkansas. Just make a line right here. Goes in. Okay, and make a line coming all the way out, because we're going to add a few different states here. Okay. So let's see the best way to do this. Okay, we'll come back to that. Leave that there the way it is. Let's go ahead and put Pennsylvania in here. Okay. Line coming down here. And go ahead and put a line up. So that's Pennsylvania. And let's start from the top. Let's continue up here. Put New York in here. Okay. Just watch what I'm doing here. Just follow my lead. We're almost there. Okay, then it's going to come down wiggly, come up a little bit, come down a little bit past the top of Pennsylvania. And then slant in. Okay, so that's New York. I'm labeling it now too because there's a lot of little states here. This seems to be New Jersey, I think. Wiggly wiggly. Okay, and then let's get all the little guys here. Okay, so we got New York here. Make a line here. This is Vermont, I think. Okay. And then make another line here. Kind of come up. There's a lot of funny shapes, so just follow the shapes that I'm doing here. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. We're gonna actually erase this line here that I made previously because I actually had to go back and redo this area, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that line again. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and do New Jersey, and then Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, all that area here now. So let's start with New Jersey. So right where that little point is, actually we're gonna make a little point here for the end of New York. Okay, actually I'm gonna erase that and make it clearer. Okay, so let me just adjust here, Connecticut. Okay, and then New York, just make a little point right there, kind of coming out a little bit below Connecticut. And then take one step in, and then we're going to do some squiggly lines. Okay, then it's going to curve out a little bit. Come back down, just follow my lines best you can. And then some squiggly lines, a little drip, looks like a little drip. Okay, and then like that. And then we're going to take that back up into Pennsylvania, right there. Okay. So let me clean that line up here. Okay. All right. And then there's a little landmass here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a little, right where this tip is, make a little backward C like that. Okay, and then it's going to curve up. It's going to touch the bottom tip of New York. Okay, bring it down, make some squiggly lines. Okay, and then like this, bring it back inside, some more squiggly lines. Okay, like this. Then curve that back in. We're gonna make, it's gonna curve back again. So it's a little curve like that. And you can go ahead and touch this tip. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and write here, New Jersey. Okay, so now we're gonna do Delaware and Maryland. So right where we just did New Jersey. Okay, make a little squiggly line coming down. Okay, and now we're gonna make Delaware, so just follow my shapes here. Okay, and then we're gonna make this a L. Make a line there, and then make another line coming up like that. Okay. And then, so that's Delaware here. Delaware. Then we're going to make Maryland here. Okay, make some squiggly lines. Okay, and then we're just going to make a straight line coming down here. I know that was kind of difficult, but let me zoom it in so you can see what I did. So that's Delaware, this is Maryland. Okay, and now we're gonna remake this line here because we gotta make some mass here. Okay, so we gotta make this line again here. So let me erase this here. Okay, I'm gonna have to, just because I messed up here a little bit, I'm gonna have to bring the Kentucky line a little bit beyond Missouri, but it's really supposed to be up here, but we just don't have enough space. So I'm gonna make it down a little bit lower. Okay, and it goes like this, and then it comes in. Now we're gonna also make it slant down because I also need more space here. So just trying to adjust a little bit. So make it slant down. Okay, give some space because we're gonna need to come down here because we're gonna have to put DC and Virginia in there. There's gonna be some more land mass here. So don't go too high up. Kind of go down a little bit. Okay, see how I'm slanting down a little bit. So I'm leaving myself some space here. Okay, and then we're gonna come right there. Kind of comes right at the edge. So let me erase this here, make the line a little bit cleaner. Okay, so it's going to slant down a little bit, okay? It doesn't really do that, it kind of goes up more, but just because the way I drew it, I need some space. So let's go ahead and start right at this bottom tip here. Okay, so make it small, don't make it too big. Curve in. Okay, and this one is kind of like a little sharp in. Okay, cool. So we were actually able to fit in this area, so that's what I wanted to do. So right here, no, right here. Okay, so you go up. So we got this line. Let me just make sure we're on the same page. Line coming down. Okay, and going up. And right there is where we separate DC from West Virginia. Okay, so just follow my little squiggly lines. Okay, and then we can go ahead and close this area out. Okay, so DC, Virginia. I thought there should be some border here, but maybe this map didn't put that in there. West Virginia. And then Kentucky. Oops. KY. Kentucky. Okay. Let's continue on. Let's finish the bottom half and then I'll finish the top after. So now we got Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. Okay, so right in the middle of Arkansas, let's make another line here. And let's bring it out past Kentucky and a little bit into Virginia, or bottom of Virginia. And then right after Kentucky, we're going to make a line, slanted line going up like this. So that's going to be Tennessee here, but we won't label it yet because we want to make sure we can fit it on all in right. And then we have North Carolina, so make a line coming up, straight, down, like a V, and then slant like that. Okay, so right where Virginia is, make a little sharp line like that. And we're gonna make some more curves. A lot of curves here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and end it a little bit sooner than we need to, but okay, then we're gonna have Mississippi, which if you look at Louisiana right here, make some wiggly lines here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then go ahead and bring that line up. And then we're gonna put another squiggly line, go on up like this. Kind of makes like a backward L, I guess. Okay, then make a straight line here. And then we're gonna make a line right there. Make it go out and then back in and come down a little bit. Okay, this is going to be, so this is Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the sizing is not exact, but it's the best I can do freehand here. Okay, hang on. So this is supposed to be Georgia, but we need to do South Carolina also, so let's erase the Georgia line right now. Erase that line. Just the bottom part that I did. Let's go back up here and put South Carolina in first. Okay, and then kind of comes out a little bit. Okay, then what we'll do is, so that line here, bring it slanting up. You can see what I'm doing here. Slant, 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 slant. And then curve it in. Okay, like that. Now, we can go back to Georgia. Let's erase this bottom line all the way. Bring it down a little bit more, so we have some space. Okay, then we can make a straight line. Stop about here. Curve down. And then make some wiggly lines. Make it come out, make a little space, a little gap, and then just go ahead and touch it. Okay, so let's label this so we know what we're doing. Tennessee. Mississippi. Mississippi. Alabama. Georgia. And this is North Carolina. And this is South Carolina. Okay. Now, let's put Florida in there. So right here, right at the tip, end tip, let me move this up so we can make sure we're all can see this. Okay, make a curved line, and it's going to kind of go slant out a little bit, curve it. Good, keep it coming. you can see it. Okay. Curve out a little bit. Okay, and it's going to come in a little bit and out again. Okay. So lots of little curves. Lots of little curves. Okay. This is gonna end inside Alabama actually. So where would I go here? We went like this. Okay. We're gonna bring it up. Okay, we gotta bring it up because it's gonna go inside here, and we're gonna end it inside Alabama. Okay, and that's Florida. I do the best shapes you can. These are not exact, but I just try to make it. And then just some little land areas right on the outer edge of Florida. Just one long one here. Okay. So let's take a view of what's missing here. We gotta do the up north here. So let's finish that. So right next to New York, make a line. Okay. And then this is Vermont. So we're just gonna make it curves. It curves in a little bit and then just comes down. So Vermont. Then New Hampshire, it comes up a little bit higher. Bring it in a little bit here. Okay. And yeah, I did this before, but I erased it and I'm redoing it because I messed up New Hampshire. I messed up down here, and so we had to redo that together. So New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. Okay, I relabeled all that, and now we have Maine. That's the last part. So start right here. I'm running out of space here, but I was able to fit it in when I did it last time. I'm going to bring it up, and then it comes down. Okay, and then comes up a little bit. I just was able to make it where my paper is. So like that. And now this is going to slant out like that. Okay, we're going to make it line up there. And then this is going to come out like that. And there's a lot of wiggly lines here, so we'll just make a few here. Okay. And it's going to come back up. Alright, so let's bring it down. Okay. And then like this. Okay. And this is Maine. Maine. That was difficult, I know, guys. So let me zoom out here. Okay, and then we're going to add Alaska and Hawaii to finish this map off. So right here, okay, underneath Arizona, make a straight line, make a little space, make a straight line here. Okay, and then we're going to just make a lot of wiggly lines, so just bear with me here. Try to follow along best you can. So there's a bunch of wiggly lines here. Move it a little bit so you can see that. It's going to come up a little bit, and then it's going to go in. It's going to start going in and then come out a little bit. Now it's going to come. It's going to come back out. Then again, it's going to go back in. I'll just put a bunch of wiggle lines here because it's actually more complicated than that, but okay, and this is going to come out as like a long string, but we're just going to make it a little more simple here. We'll add some more details. Okay, we'll come back. But I'm really simplifying this because there's a lot of like crazy shapes in here. So I'm just simplifying it here, so you can just get the gist of the shape. Okay, now bring this line down here. Oops, let's erase that. Let me erase that line. I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to bring it out just a little bit more. So make this line come out a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this line down. I'm not going to go all the way down. Okay, I'm just going to go down to about there. Okay. Okay, then it kind of comes out here. Comes up. Okay, now let's add some of these. It's got a whole bunch of little pieces of land. There's still more pieces of land, but I'm not going to put all of them here. I'm just going to put as much as I can. And then over here, again, it's got some more pieces of land here, but I'm just putting not everything, just some of it. And this also goes all the way out, so I don't have enough space to put all of it, but I'm just going to put as much as I can there. There's still some more that kind of goes out a bit further, but I just didn't have enough space here. So I'm going to add whatever I can before I get a comment that you didn't do this right, you didn't add this. And yeah, I know, it's freehand. I'm just doing the best I can, guys. Okay. Okay. There's Alaska, and then we'll add Hawaii. So we'll start right here at the bottom, kind of close to the bottom of Texas. To just put that on the map here, I mean, just to show it. It's not really the exactly here, but just so we can show that Hawaii is a part of the U.S. We're just listing it here on the map. Same thing with Alaska. Okay, so Alaska and Hawaii. Okay, let me zoom out here so we can see this. Now I'm not going to color this, but you guys can definitely color it. I would recommend it just so you can differentiate all the states. Make sure we can get everything in here. And there you go. And let me show you, like an example here. So you can start coloring all the different states. Oh, and then also they have a key for all the abbreviations here. So I'll list that out for you guys as well, since I can fit it here. If you want to add that, just because the landmass is not that big and the name is so big, so they just abbreviated it. Okay. Okay, can you guys see that? Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. And there you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And please give it a like if you like it. Please leave your comments with some suggestions and what you think with your feedback. Take care, everybody.